Hello friends, welcome back. So in the previous step we just configured the REST controller we created and the method, okay, and we just did the hard coding of the exchange rate, okay, and we just return. So we will enhance this and we will configure this in a port. Okay, so currently it's running on the 8000 port. Just we have hard coded this, so we'll see how can we set the dynamically. So let's exchange this one level up. Okay, so let's create one more variable, private, let's say int port. Okay, and let me create the getter and setter for the port as well, right? How will do this? Go to source, generate, source, generate getter and setter, select this, generate. Okay, now in your controller, okay, we have not set the port, right? So let's set this. So before, I will not set this as a in a constructor because you're not putting in a constructor. So let's assign this in a first in a local variable. How will you do this? Right click, go to the refactor and check local variable, right? What is happening? Sorry, we'll have to take it from new, right? Right click, refactor, extract local variable, create a variable of this name, currency exchange rate. Okay, thereafter, before returning, just put currency exchange rate dot set port, right? Set port and put here just wait 001, right? Control S. So the changes which we have made, the Spring Boot will pick those changes without restarting because we have a dependency called DevTools, right? If you go there, okay, the localhost, refresh this, so port will be also coming, right? So this application currently the instance from the information are coming from the port 8001. So let's set it dynamically. How can you set it dynamically, right? So what you need to do, you will have to just create environment class, environment, okay, and go to this config environment, okay, and environment auto wired this annotation auto wired. Okay, now what you need to do, instead of hard coding this, let me maximize this. So instead of hard coding this, what you need to do, you need to use this. You'll get the dynamic port. On which port it's running, it will give you environment dot get property. Where is get property? It's not coming. It means something wrong. We are choosing package name, right? So it should, core environment should be there. Okay, so let me first remove the config one environment. Okay, this will show the error now. Control 1. So put, yeah, this one you need to import environment from org spring framework.core.env, right? Okay, now you will get environment.get property should come. Sorry, environment.get property, get property, right? In the get property you will have to ask for the port. How you can ask? Local dot server dot port. So this will give you the port, local dot server dot port, but this is returning as a string, so you'll have to convert this into the integer. How you can do that? Integer dot parseInt, right? This is how you do, correct? So remove this, one more parenthesis, yeah, that's fine. So if you run this, currently we have assigned the in application dot properties 8001. Okay, so this will be fetching the port dynamically, okay, on the instance that is running, okay, and it will give you the port. So currently it was coming from the hard coded. Now if you refresh this, it is coming from the 8001. We'll change this and we'll see how this can be changed, right? So currently if you see this currency exchange service is running on the with the single instance on port 8001. Let's make the multiple instance. How can you make this? Okay, you can go to the either from the currency exchange service, okay, go to the run and click here run configuration, right? Let's maximize this for your convenient, or we cannot. Let's maximize this to have a better, yeah. So if you see here currency exchange application, it's running on the port 8001, right? We want another instance to run. So if you go there, what is our design? So second instance to run on the 8002, right? So currently this is running on 8001. So I'm running this. I'm just renaming the instance on which it's running. So let's put it default. So another instance, how can I create? I can right click this and go to the duplicate, right? So if you click duplicate, unsaved, do you use to save them? Yeah, so I'm just saving that. Yeah, so it's saved. So let me create the another one, duplicate. Okay, so duplicate got created, but I want to rename this as a which port? 8002. Same this port, right? 80002, right? So but how can we pass the dynamic parameter, right? So if you go to the argument, okay, VM argument, okay, you will have to pass here -d server dot port is equal to 8002. Okay, so apply, okay, and run. Okay, so see now the second instance, if you see the name of that instance, currency exchange application 1002, it's getting started. Okay, so let it start. Yeah, so if you see here, let me maximize this. So if you see here, the Tomcat started on port 8002, right? Now our application exchange currency exchange service running on the 2 port. If you go here and see here, okay, see here currency exchange application, and this is running on the 8001 and this is running on the 8002 here. Okay, how can you re-verify that? Go here and if you see here, okay, if you are passing the 8001, okay, see 8001 will come, and I'm just saying Control C, and let's go here and paste this, and instead of 8001, let's put 8002 and press enter, right? Now see, now it's returning the port 8002. So this currency exchange service is running on the second instance on the 8002 port. Okay, so this is how you can set the port dynamically, right? Earlier you were setting the port hard coded currently. So now we have set the port dynamically. We are putting the port to take from the environment and setting into dynamically. So whichever the port that are occupied by the some particular instance, it will give you that particular port number using the environment class, right? So this is how you can set the port dynamically, right? So now we have seen this thing is completely ready. Now if you see here, we are just here. One more thing, we can enhance this. Instead of passing the USD here, so whatever this is coming from the 4, okay, whatever you are passing from the source system, from the source, if you see here, okay, go here, you are passing the USD, right? This you have mapped, and INR you have mapped, right? So in the class, Okay, this from are coming USD is coming in this variable, and INR is coming in this variable. So already you have the variable, right? So what you can do, you can just remove this, type from, okay, and instead of INR, correct, and put 2, right? So only uh, uh, only the things that we are passing hard code is now the exchange rate. So now we will be in the next step, we will getting the exchange rate from the database. Currently we have just the hard coded the exchange rate, right, 73. Okay, so how we will getting this dynamically, we will be creating the H2 database, and from there we will be retrieving that. Okay, so all these parameter will be creating in a database, and from the database we will be getting this. Okay, see you in the next step. Bye bye.